Now, I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there to play us out. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. Do it live!
The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
In a world where cat videos and memes rule the feeds, one media company will rise above the noise.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Good evening and welcome to the Keith Gilbertson Senior Sports and Fitness Center. Snohomish High School welcomes you to their campus. We'd like to remind you that ideals of good sportsmanship are a major part of this contest. Please model good sportsmanship to those around you and enjoy tonight's game. We also want to extend a thank you to our officials for being here tonight. We have a statewide shortage of officials, and without you, we would not be able to play. And now, tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Monroe Bearcats, number 2, Hope Kellogg. And for the Snohomish Panthers, number 10, a 5'9", junior, Next is Monroe, number 11, Taylor. And the Panthers, number 11, number 14, Aspen Vanderbeek. And the Snohomish, number 12, a 5'8" freshman.
Also a 5'8" junior guard, Bayla Stitch, starting as a 5'8" freshman guard. That's right, a freshman, Lizzie Allen. Also another very good player out there, a 5'9" sophomore guard, Sienna Capelli. And one we saw play well last year, starting as a 6-foot junior forward, that is Tyler Gildersleeve Styles. So there you have it as these two teams get set to go at Snohomish High School. I want to give you our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor is Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Adrenaline Fundraising, American Family Insurance, Bickford Ford, Grit Handcrafted Wood, Home Comfort Alliance, Les Schwab Tires, as they're all over sponsoring our broadcast. McDaniel's Do It, Best Hardware, Monster Energy Drink, U.S. Military, and Washington Officials Association. We're now going to take a break, and we'll be back with play-by-play action. Monroe and Snohomish here at Snohomish High School on STSPN.com.
America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There we go. They got some great traditions here at Snohomish High School, a high school that goes back to 1894. That's a few years right there, Mike Ladeau.
That is.
And one of the things we love is when they lower the American flag out of the ceiling up there, and everybody waits once the anthem has been played, the Pledge of Allegiance has been done, for that flag to go completely up before the gym crates it up. They just do special things up here at Snohomish. We always love coming here and across the valley over at Glacier Peak High School as we get set for basketball action between the Monroe Bearcats and the Snohomish Panthers, as these two teams are very similar in record so far. Snohomish has only played 3 games.
Yeah.
They're 0-3 thus far on the season, and they're 0-2 in Wesco play. Monroe also 0-2 in Wesco play, and they're 3-3 overall. So they have played 6 games to Snohomish's 3. Broadcast presented by Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. And we got the jump coming up. Tyler Gildersleeve Stiles up against her opponent, Aaliyah Taylor. And that's going to go as a possession for Monroe.
Caught the jump in the back court there. Hopefully not in a special start for him.
Yeah, kind of. If it took some momentum out of that energy going, and now they'll build it back up. We got a really nice gathering here tonight at Snohomish, and the band, one of the best you're going to find in the state of Washington, year in, year out. They've been playing good and strong across the way, so it's got a real nice energy in here, which makes it a lot of fun. And Snohomish and Monroe are both young teams.
So what are you saying, that you don't think the STSPN broadcast is affecting the gate?
It could be.
Well, there's people that watch us in here while the game's going on. There's a nice three-pointer. How about that? Mia Merciel connects to make it 3-0 Monroe. And really, at that time, Mike, they moved the ball around quite well and then set up for that three-point shot.
Lots of movement, and we saw it in the JV game too. Really, almost too much ball movement in that game, but hopefully the varsity calms down a bit. Oh, there's a turnover.
Snohomish won the JV game by a good margin, 36-18, as Monroe's in front court now, about a minute into the first quarter. Now she thought shot, and you see him force him out with that defense right there. The shot to begin with the three-pointer, she got it to go in, but they had to work a while to get into that position. As Snohomish doing a good job defensively right here, and nearly forcing a steal, but it's going to turn out to be a held ball, and that's going to the Panthers. So really that turns out to be a turnover. And with 6:42 to go in the first quarter, it's still 3-0 Monroe Bearcats. Snohomish coming out of backcourt, calling some plays out. We know, too, Mike, that watching Snohomish through the years, they like to pass the ball well and not lay it on the floor, but really try to get a good shot off. There's an excellent defense by Monroe as they do a 2-on-1. Oh, but stolen away right away. Look at that. Sienna Capelli, keep an eye on her as Snohomish is on the scoreboard.
Take that and give me. I like that little easy one.
Kind of flings one up going through there, but makes it count. Merciel coming through with the basket. She has all 5 points for the Monroe Bearcats. Snohomish in the white uniforms with the red letters and trim, a little black there on the belt, and the Panthers logo. Monroe in the black uniforms and orange with the trim and some white in there as well.
Little North County matchup tonight.
I think it's about an 8-mile difference between Snohomish and Monroe.
Another turnover.
Yeah, Snohomish has 3 of them already here in the first quarter. Out it goes. Panthers ball. I was talking to Ken Roberts, the longtime head coach, now in his 24th year with Snohomish. He's seen a lot here, and he was saying that, we're coming together. We're young, and that takes a little time. They've suffered some injuries out there, and that certainly doesn't allow for the team to get cohesive and this early. Missed shot.
It's amazing to see a team with no seniors on the starting lineup, right? You don't
It
see
is
that very
incredible.
often. There's one.
Well, off the backside, good rebound by Tyler Gildersleeve Styles.
Oh,
Perfection. Lizzie Allen ties it up.
third time's a charm. Keep dishing it to the perimeter.
So tied up at 5 apiece. A little over 3 minutes into the first quarter here. Underneath, that was good positioning. Hope Keller pops it in. They have 2 sets of twins on this team.
That's pretty bizarre.
That is really something you don't see very often. A set of twins, yes, but 2 sets of twins? And definitely a basketball family, both of them. Gildersleeve Styles into the lane. Had that had gone, she would have had a possibility of 3-point play. But instead, she's going to the foul line. 2 shots.
Nice move.
Fouls on Aspen Vanderveen. First foul. First team foul against either team. First of 2 on the way. Doesn't find the net. Now in for Snohomish, Danica Avalos. She is a freshman. As you look things over here, Mike, there's a very freshman-laden 4 freshmen for Snohomish. Can't connect on either. That's free money that stays in the bank. 2-point lead for Monroe. Gildersleeve Styles again. Working, and doesn't get it, except now she's got another chance to redeem herself at the foul line with a couple of shots. She can tie the game, but did not hit those just about 10 seconds ago.
Well, she can go 50-50 on this one here.
And the foul's on the same person, Aspen Vanderveen. There you go. Vanderveen with her second. She's going to come out of the game. Brooklyn Krejci is now in for Monroe, and both of those are good. So the game is tied for the second time, this time 7-7. Defense strong coming across as the ball is brought forward by Hallie Keller.
Nope.
Knocked away. Snohomish, slow down there. There you go. Snohomish gets the lead, and a timeout has been called. As Monroe wants to talk about it, it's 9-7 Snohomish. They have the lead for the first time in the game. 3:59 to go first quarter. This is STSPN.com.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
We're back here at Snohomish High School. The Panthers turning it up as they now lead it 9-7. Lead switching hands for the first time. We've been tied twice. Monroe got ahead on a 3-pointer, 3-0. Snohomish getting into gear. And their defense has been strong out there so far, Mike, forcing Monroe to do things like that. That is going to be out of bounds, but you got to like the hustle. It's going to go back to Monroe. Danica Avalos trying to get after that basketball, but couldn't quite catch up to it.
Typical scrappy Snohomish defense.
Yeah,
Ken
always
does a
well
good job.
coached with Ken Roberts and his crew.
Yep.
Taking the team to state many, many times, into the finals too. Haven't won a state title under him, but they've got about as close as you can get getting to the final games. We've had a chance to broadcast a lot of Snohomish games through the years. I think they got all set now. Monroe ready to inbound. Down by 2 points. Got to watch it. You can't make mistakes. Snohomish is going to be on you, but there looks to be a blocking foul. Too much of an overplay, Mike.
Yep. Overcommitted. Easy to get out of position.
Danica Avalos with the foul, her first team foul. Monroe will try it again with 3:31 to go in the first quarter. Knocked out of bounds. Again, great hustle down there by the Panthers, and Avalos going after it. Maya Paxton now in, a junior. Also for Snohomish, Kendall Hammer has joined the lineup, sophomore. And Monroe, for the third time here in this sequence, will inbound. Now look at that defense. They aren't messing around. It's a young team, but they're playing like they're a bit older, actually, with the smart defense out there and the hustle. That's the thing that really stands out. Snohomish is hustling really hard. Now watch Monroe set up. They're also doing a solid job. Good start to this game so far. 9-7. Now watch the passing. There it is. Setting up for hopefully the right shot for the Panthers. Didn't work. Follow-up, no good. But good positioning over on that left side by Sienna Capelli.
Hammer had a good look at it from the three, but I thought we were going to say hammer time, but we didn't quite get it.
You were ready.
I was ready.
I saw the setup for that. Strong rebound by Capelli. Here they come. That's a good outlet pass. Can she close it? No. Slams it in there. And that's something they have to watch, that it's okay to slow down. If you're too far under the basket, just kick it out. You got all of that time on the shot clock, and be a little more patient. Good rebound. Tyler Gildersleeve Styles.
Monroe had a great look. He liked a little 9-foot jumper in the key. Just couldn't knock it down.
Couple of substitutions. Catherine Green is now in for the Snohomish Panthers. She'll be right near under the basket. So they take out Tyler Gildersleeve Styles. Monroe moving around with the defense. Long shot comes off the back of the rim. We talked about this consistently. Work on those mid-range shots. Come in a little bit. 2 points is better than 0 points.
So much perimeter action. It's just focus on that 3-point line, it feels like anymore, right? And nothing wrong with dumping it inside and getting a 5-foot jumper off the board.
Monroe set to inbound. Merciel looking around. Finally, a player pops out to help her. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. There is turnover number 4 against Monroe. Snohomish into front court. How do you assess that defense that Monroe's playing? Not easy to get through that. Their inside shots have been tough to try to make. Snohomish loses it out of bounds. They have 4 turnovers as well. But they go inside and try to at least, but they're off angle.
And active hands, active feet for Monroe down in the key.
Aaliyah Taylor into the game now for Monroe. Monroe will inbound in backcourt.
Tenacious on D. Monroe's really active down there, down low, which is good to see.
Snohomish has lost 2 games in a row by scores of 48-47. That's really something.
Bizarre. I saw that too. There's another 3-ball.
And that 3-ball is good. Merciel now with 8 points. She's hit 2 3-pointers. Lead switches hands for the second time, and Monroe's back on top. 10-9. Thanks for being with us as our viewing audience on STSPN.com. Broadcasting high school basketball worldwide. And if you have a device on another planet, we can say you're in the absolute galaxy.
Hammer time.
There you go. That was Kendall Hammer coming through with the 3-pointer. Snohomish back on top. 12-10. Panthers equaling their biggest lead of 2 points, and another steal. Blasting out of backcourt. Be careful, Hammer. Yep, got to take your time going in there. And there it is. Sienna Capelli has 6 points in the quarter. Panthers with their biggest lead at 4 points, 14-10. 33 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Look at those hands.
Taken away. Monroe with 6 turnovers in the first quarter.
Hammer time. Nope.
I have a hunch we're going to see a good amount of hammer time in this one.
She's been the energizer this quarter.
Monroe also figuring they can't give Snohomish too much space out there on the perimeter. 10 seconds. Shot clock is dead. It is dark. Just short. 3 seconds. Gets fouled. That's going to send Catherine Green to the foul line with 2 shots. She got in good position, Mike, and then draws the foul, putting it back up. That foul is going to be on Maya Paxton, her first third-team foul, and Green goes to the line with 2.
Nice position down there. She turned. She didn't put the ball on the court. That's one of the errors we see quite often, right?
Yes.
The desire to dribble all the time.
Well, that's something we were taught
Yep.
in the early fundamentals of basketball.
Or to give up your dribble too soon. We see that too.
Yeah.
You know, keep hold of that ball.
Snohomish by 5 now. 6. And they are 4 for 6 from the line. 1 second.
Oh, look at that.
That one is a curved ball that's going to go out of bounds. Panthers lead 16-10 at the end of the first quarter. We've got second quarter action coming up and a good one. Plenty of energy in the gym, and hopefully you're feeling it on STSPN.com.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
For 45 years, Snohomish County homeowners have relied on Home Comfort Alliance for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical because of their award-winning customer service. Thousands of reviews reference Home Comfort Alliance as professional, knowledgeable, efficient, and technicians who are courteous, and they take the time to explain things. For all your home comfort systems, call 1-833-COMFORT and make your life more comfortable with Home Comfort Alliance.
Welcome back here to Snohomish High School. Start of the second quarter. Snohomish leads 16-10. I'm Mark Ockett with Mike Ladeau, Todd Elvig, Sarah Elvig here. Panthers really turning it up at the end of that first quarter, Mike.
They sure did. They shot 3 for 8 from 2-point range, 38%.
Blocked. Right up in her face, up in her grill. That's Sienna Capelli.
Scrum.
She's a good player.
We've got a
Ben
scrum.
Roberts and I were talking about her strong abilities. Held ball. That's Snohomish's basketball.
Let me give you quick shooting stats here.
Please. Yes.
Snohomish 3 for 8, 38%. 2 out of 6 from 3 for 33%. Monroe 2 out of 6 from 2-pointers, 33, and 2 for 4 from 3-point arc, so 50%. So
there's your stats report. Brought to you by Adrenaline Fundraising. Tyler Gildersleeve Styles nailing it. She's got 4 points, 2 from the foul line. Snohomish 4 for 6 from the line in the first quarter.
Nice drive.
Found a seam, took it. Hallie Keller gets her first 2 points of the game. Snohomish led briefly by 8 points. Now 18-12. I'm not sure if at halftime the Snohomish band will play the 18-12 overture. Would that be a nice treat?
It may.
Underneath.
There you go.
Catherine Green now with 4 points. 2 from the line, 2 from the field. 20-12 Panthers. Been in command of things for a while now. 6:45 to go in the second quarter here at Snohomish. Good move.
Nice move.
Hallie Keller.
Yeah.
She's had a couple of good inside moves here in the second quarter.
She has. A couple nice drives, just can't quite finish.
Fouls on Lizzie Allen, her first.
Foul on Lizzie Allen, her first.
That's just the second team foul against the Panthers. Oh, first team foul. They're doing it different now, like the women's college basketball and the WNBA.
Yeah.
So the fouls start up again. First foul shot is good. Now in for the Panthers, number 10, Cora Larson. You can always tell when they come in if they happen to whiz by too fast and we don't catch the number. They're always doing that with their shoes, holding their shoes up and wiping the bottoms off.
Wiping them off.
Okay, 20-14. So it resets at the end of each quarter.
Each quarter now, okay.
You get 5. Once you get that 5th foul, then it's shooting fouls, 2-shot fouls the rest of the way.
At 5?
Yes, at 5.
It's a nice move.
Oh, reversal. Tyler Gildersleeve Styles. Panthers back to an 8-point lead with 6:20 left to go here in the second quarter. leading 16-10 at the end of the first quarter. Hustle again. Last touch by Snohomish. But there's been at least 4 times in this game that Snohomish has done things like that. And even though they haven't get the ball back, they've been disrupting the rhythm of Monroe.
100%. Lizzie Allen's been involved in like 3 or 4 of those plays.
Mm-hmm.
Quick hands getting in there.
Avalos also involved in that.
Yep.
Okay, the ball handler, Hallie Keller, her twin sister, Hope, a co-starter in this one. That was a good-looking shot right there. Uh-oh, throwing some elbows, but she was wrapped up. Lizzie Allen's going to be called for the foul, her second foul, and that is team foul number 2 against Snohomish. So, yeah, I like this rule, and they're doing it in the boys, too, where you go to the 5 fouls. And although if you're fouled in the act of shooting, then you're going to have 2 shots before you hit 5 fouls.
Sure.
But it really gives a game a fun flow.
Uh-oh.
She stepped out of bounds. Turnover number 7 against Monroe.
Little miscommunication on the inbounds there. Airmailed it.
Snohomish has a chance to get their lead into double figures right here with 5:57 to go in the second quarter at Snohomish High School. Hear the crowd. They're very much into what's going on here.
Good crowd tonight.
Yeah. We got certain people that have been going games here for multi-generations.
Probably more than a few.
Whoa.
Strong support.
That was the NBA steps there, I think.
Yes, it was.
The only thing left behind was the Samsonite.
5 turnovers against the Panthers. That is their first in the second quarter. They hold on to that 8-point lead as Monroe trying to work it out of backcourt. That's a good one-on-one matchup. Bayla Stitch raising havoc is coming across the timeline. Hallie Keller.
Good hands.
There's another one. Catherine Green forcing that. Gildersleeve Styles dishes off.
Rotate.
They're thinking shot. Now fires it. Sienna Capelli with 8 points.
4 for 4 for this half. I have in my official stats over here.
Yeah, she's been red hot. Got a full timeout called by Monroe. Their second timeout used here in the first half. As Snohomish is up by 10 points. 24-14 with exactly 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back here to Snohomish High School. One of 5 games going on tonight in Wesco 3A. Shorewood at Cedar Crest, Linwood at Arlington, Archbishop Murphy, Edmonds Woodway, and Stanwood, Mount Lake Terrace. With our matchup, Monroe and Snohomish here at Snohomish. Slammed it in there that's almost became a stuck ball. Gildersleeve Styles had it briefly.
Almost
trying to stay out of bounds. Monroe picks it off, and Monroe working on that Snohomish defense, which has been very strong. Snohomish with a 10-point lead at 24-14. This is their biggest lead of the game, and Monroe throws it away. 9 turnovers. Panthers coming out of backcourt.
Catherine Green getting in there one more time and knocking the ball away.
She's been a great addition to the Snohomish lineup. Came in late in that first quarter, but has had a great presence. And then you've also got Catherine and Tyra Gildersleeve Styles out there at the same time. Short, there's Catherine Green. We're just singing her praises.
Yep.
6 points, 4 in the quarter. Panthers up.
We got a steal.
Panthers get control of it again.
Stitch steals it. Let's see if we can convert here. Right there.
She's got that three-pointer.
Nope.
Oh, we saw it from a perfect angle here. It's just the fact that it was a little bit long. But other than that, it was a good shot. Obviously, one goes, well, it didn't go in. But, yeah, sometimes it's about their release and angle towards the basket. We see some players shift in now. And Monroe will have the ball. And if they don't score, Snohomish gets it back. Snohomish is in a position then at that point to double up the score on Monroe. Monroe led early, but Snohomish, once they got a 9-7 lead, they've been in command since that time.
Not relinquished since then, have they?
No. Snohomish has outscored them 17-7.
Good shot.
That was excellent teamwork. Maya Paxton from Hallie Keller.
Straight up and in, no dribble.
And they definitely needed that basket. Snohomish trying to pull away. And the thing is, you want to keep that ball in the air and pass and try to prevent the bounce pass. Intercepted. Now, you were talking earlier about how players get that ball inside. There's that natural tendency to want to go down and put it on the floor.
Yeah.
The thing you have to teach yourself, if you just don't know it instinctively, there's a steal. Panthers, Gildersleeve, Styles. There she is. But it was Stitch coming through and then dumping it off there to her teammate. 8 for Gildersleeve Styles. 6 in the quarter. Panthers back out to a 12-point lead. 28-16. 2:34 left to go in the second quarter here at Snohomish.
Shoot that. Look at that.
Oh, she got some bounces, and Maya Paxton now with 4 points, all in the quarter. Panthers really, for a young team as they are, playing with a lot of confidence out there. Of course, that's fun to do when you're up that many. Oh, rainbow. Brooklyn Gildersleeve Styles up to a 13-point lead. Now this becomes the biggest, 14 is the biggest lead they've had.
A little short.
Gildersleeve Styles gets the rebound.
Pelly.
Coming out of backcourt.
Nice
She
pass.
thought, there it goes. Pulls in on it. Up. Looks like an offensive foul.
Is that on Green?
That's going to go on Green, her first. Team foul number 3.
Definitely active. She does all the little things you like people to do, your players to do down there. Just a little aggressive blocking out.
Mm-hmm. Monroe has really had to work at it here as Snohomish getting the job done as they get closer to halftime. Monroe needs to get a little bit of something happening here to take some momentum into the locker room at halftime, but Snohomish is just right on them defensively. There's another steal or turnover, and that's 6 in this quarter, 12 in the game for Monroe. She had a little hitch on the dribble, but anytime they get some spacing too, Mike, Snohomish is taking that shot. Gildersleeve Styles misses the shot, taps it around. Oh, doesn't get any better than that.
No.
Working hard for it, and now has 10 points in the game, 8 in the quarter. 15-point lead for Snohomish, their biggest lead of the game.
I think we got a blocking foul on Capelli.
Yes, on Capelli, her first team foul number 4. No team fouls against Monroe here in the second quarter.
Surprising.
They had 3 in the first quarter. Snohomish had 1 in the first quarter, so things have flipped the other way, but Snohomish definitely getting things done as far as points are concerned. 1 minute exactly left in the second quarter. Off the rim, there's Green to get the rebound and the extended playing time. Catherine Green, a senior.
Look at that. Interior.
Green.
Got to make that.
Just needed to use the square a little bit better. Yeah. You got to make that square on the glass your best friend at times. Get into that angle. And Mike, it's so much about geometry. Rushed that shot. It could have been an even bigger lead.
She's on the end line there, I think. There we go.
Yep.
I could see that even with my 56-year-old eyes up here.
33-18, Snohomish by 15. 30.5 on the clock as the Panthers will inbound. Gildersleeve Styles looking around. They can take time here.
Yep. They can run it down.
About a second difference on the quarter clock and shot clock. Patiently.
Better get out of the key.
15 left to go as those two clocks very close. Catherine Green going to take it, puts it on the floor, misses, follow up. Good. 17-point lead for Snohomish. And that's what it will be at halftime. 35-18. So Snohomish in that quarter scoring 19 points, 8 points for Monroe. And thus, after a 6-point lead at the end of the first quarter, Snohomish is up by 17 here at the end of the second quarter. We thank you for being with us on STSPN.com. Mark Ockett, Mike Ladeau, Todd Elvig, Sarah Elvig, and we're going to take a break here now and then come back with the second half here on STSPN.com.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race. Look at this! To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
For 45 years, Snohomish County homeowners have relied on Home Comfort Alliance for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical because of their award-winning customer service. Thousands of reviews reference Home Comfort Alliance as professional, knowledgeable, efficient, and technicians who are courteous, and they take the time to explain things. For all your home comfort systems, call 1-833-COMFORT and make your life more comfortable with Home Comfort Alliance.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on a team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Welcome back to Snohomish High School. Snohomish leading Monroe 35-18, and that's at the half. Mark Ockett with Mike Ladeau. Mike, you got some stats there, and then I'll have some.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my higher education math here. Snohomish shot 50% from the 2-point range, 11 out of 22, 3 for 8 from 3 for 38%. Monroe was 5 out of 13 from their 2-point. What is that math? I did 43%, I believe, and 2 out of 5 for 40% from the 3-point arc.
Thank you there on that. And then looking at the scoring, Maya Merciel with 8 points to lead Monroe, 4 for Maya Paxton, 2 for Hope Keller, and also, 4 points for Hallie Keller. Over on the other side, 2 tied with 8 points. That is Sienna Capelli, who was 4 for 4 in shooting in that first half. Also, Catherine Green with 8, but their leading scorer is Tyler Gildersleeve Stiles. She has 10 points, 8 of those in the second quarter. 6 turnovers for Snohomish in that first half. Monroe with 13. Monroe now going the other direction in front of their bench in the black uniforms. Snohomish will be in front of their bench, obviously, in the white uniforms. What we saw so much of is Snohomish creating so many of those turnovers. Beautiful shot. That is Hallie Keller.
Good-looking player. Got a nice touch.
She really is. Junior. Again, these teams are young. There's Catherine Green. She did get fouled, which impeded her progress trying to get to the hoop. That'll go against Snohomish. Foul is called. Let's see, they have a number up there. Okay, actually, that's against Monroe. I was looking on the other side there. That is Merciel, her first team foul. A miss by Catherine Green.
Mark, I didn't do a shout-out. A friend of mine listened down in Renton, J.J. Field, who was a Mercer Island Islander. He's the only guy I know that went to UW for like 17 years. Well, no, I think it was only 6. But he's tuning in, enjoying the broadcast.
Well, hi, JJ. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast on the STSPN network, going worldwide, including to Renton.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Home of the 737 and the Seahawks team headquarters and training facility, and where I was born, actually.
And Hazen High School.
And Hazen High
I don't know what Renton is. There's a 3. Deep.
Another one of those that looked good on the release, but not quite on the mark. A long rebound. Here comes Snohomish.
Ooh, Capelli.
That'll bring 2 shots.
We might want to mention.
I like the body language on the ref right there.
We want
really
to
calling that
we've
one
got
very.
The scores from last week scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, look at that.
Todd, just another step forward in your consistent approval and improvement of your technology.
We can't see that far over that monitor over there.
2 team fouls now against Monroe. Hope Keller called for her first foul. Missed foul shot. They're 0 for 3 in foul shots so far here in the quarter. Now, jeez.
0 for 4
0 for 4.
Nice job.
Monroe boards it. Who is it? It's Hallie Keller. Keller's just been really doing her very best to keep Monroe in this game. 6:40 to go, third quarter. And the Panthers lead by 15. Held ball.
It's going to go to Snohomish.
Snohomish basketball. Looks like we got a timeout called by Monroe. 30-second timeout. We'll be back after 30 seconds. We really appreciate you tuning in. We have a great crowd here and a lot of viewers watching us on STSPN.com. 35-20. Snohomish is up by 15. They led by 17 at the end of the first half. They have not scored as of yet in the first minute and 25 seconds. So let's see if they can get things going.
And we have surpassed the JV score already
Yeah.
early in the third here.
That
That's
was
good.
36-18 as Snohomish won that one over Monroe. Well, Monroe's got more in this one than they had in that JV game. There's a pull-up jumper. She kind of flung it up there, didn't have a nice touch on it. Ends up getting it back. That's good hustle.
3 shots at it here.
So Snohomish resets the clock at 30 seconds. In front court between the circles. They make sure that there's a player available and moving into an open spot. Like that. Uh-oh, threw it away. But generally, they're really fun textbook passing the way you're supposed to do it. And look for
push it out.
Yeah. 15-point lead for the Panthers. There's a 3-ball off the backside of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Sienna Capelli up forward. Over the top. I looked almost, there should have been a foul. Is that Catherine Green?
Green, yep.
Green getting it for now 10 points. Her first 2 of the second half, and it's 37-20. 17-point lead for the Panthers. Their first 2 of the quarter. 5:20 to go right now in the third quarter. No team fouls for Snohomish, 2 for Monroe. Pressure defense forces the pass. They got that 2-3 going right now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely a foul on Green in the act of shooting. Her second foul. First team foul against the Panthers. And 2 shots coming up. Maya Paxton with 4 points. Mike, this is her first trip to the foul line. Both teams have had some struggles at the line.
Tough night at the line tonight.
Now in for Snohomish, Brooklyn Gildersleeve Styles. And you just know I love saying that name for the 2 sisters there. Lila Larson, or let's check this. Savannah Lee is now in for Monroe.
Oof,
Misses them both.
Got the ball back. Vanderveen, threw it away.
And they go the other direction. Underneath,
there we go.
Gildersleeve Styles, and that's a great pass on the entry pass by Sienna Capelli. 19 points, Snohomish lead. Almost double of what Monroe has. 4:44 left in the third quarter. Panthers ball game. Think of how many times these 2 schools have played through the years. In all the sports. Gildersleeve Styles. That is patiently saw there wasn't a spot inside, so she pushed it outside to her teammate. And then they take time in the half-court set, try to work for a smarter shot, or a shot, period.
Right there's a good
There
one.
it is. Didn't make it, but I like the way that they
Nice
executed that time because they got it into a good spot. You don't mind if you don't want to miss, but if you do miss, at least you know you're working smart to try to get the right shot. And then hopefully next time you get it to go in. Monroe basketball in front court.
Do that.
That's a nice move.
Skyhook.
Maya Paxton. Now with 6 points in the game, her first 2 in the second half. 17-point lead for the Panthers. They led 16-10 at the end of the first quarter. Yeah, working at Sienna Capelli, her first 2 of the second half. Back to a 19-point lead at 41-22. The broadcast featuring rolling scores on the bottom.
I just found out we have some top brass from Snohomish watching as well.
Very good.
But you get the sub. David Lauren, head cross-country coach, is watching tonight.
David, thanks for tuning in. Foul is on Brooklyn Gildersleeve Styles. First foul, second team foul. Fouls are even at 2. Monroe will inbound.
Nice. Straight
Very
up.
nice block. And you're right. She went straight up and did what you're supposed to do. Right down there, Brooklyn Gildersleeve Styles. Brooklyn's a senior. Tyler is a junior. Simply knocked out of bounds on the block. 3:15 to go, third quarter. Watch those hands of Snohomish. They don't allow for much spacing there, Mike.
Now they're jumping right on it. As soon as that ball goes across court or in the key.
Big key as to when they took the lead in this game.
There you go,
Soft runner by Hope Keller. 17 points, Snohomish leading. Yeah, you see the rolling scores on the bottom. I'm waiting to see if we get some stock reports and on what crude oil is going for right now and some pork belly futures as well. Monroe with the rebound. Knowing Todd, he's got that information ready to go.
That'll be next week's.
Yeah, that's next week's technology. He'll be running the double lines at some point.
Yeah, I can tell you that my stock portfolio is in the toilet.
Well, it shouldn't be.
Now.
Man, the market's been going well.
Capelli with a dish.
Tyler Gildersleeve Styles. Pull-up jumper.
Bounce,
Just
no.
about went in. Bounce, no. Out of bounds. Panthers ball.
Almost got the home court bounce on that one.
Coming in for the Monroe Bearcats will be Brooklyn Krejci. She saw some action early on. And the Panthers will inbound. And Mike, here's also, although there's 10 minutes and 13 seconds counting the next quarter. Oh,
nice.
That was just a perfect shot by Tyler Gildersleeve Styles. But the Panthers, when they get the ball, and now back to a 19-point lead, can just take as much time as they want off of it.
Yeah, as long as they don't come out of the normal offense, right? Sometimes you do that, it's detrimental. But yes, definitely work it.
Yeah, look again for the right shot. Don't get in a bad, complacent pattern. Avalos with the second foul.
I was telling
third team foul.
We went to the Husky game on Saturday. I was talking about their offense. Seems like a lot of standing sometimes and watching people do something. Sometimes you want to see some movement.
That is so important.
Like that, back door.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Tyler Gildersleeve Styles blocks it out of bounds. She's just been a force out there in this game. She was a player of the game last year in one of them, and that's a pretty consistent thing for her. Great interview, too. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I jinxed her, didn't I?
Yep.
That'll be the fourth team foul against Snohomish, and it's going to be on Tyler Gildersleeve Styles. Just her first foul. It'll bring 2 shots. Aaliyah Taylor at the foul line. No points until then. It's really difficult when you can't break that big cushion that Snohomish has. I mean, it's been basically 19 or 17 points throughout the quarter. And it goes. It was 35-18, Snohomish at the half. Panthers into front court. 1:40 to go, third quarter. Look for that shot. Off the mark, chasing it down. Snohomish is going to keep it. Well, that's another thing. They've had a lot of bounces and rolls go their way, but you don't get that without putting pressure on, too, and hustle.
Hustle points, right?
Yeah, they got a lot of hustle points.
Second and third chances tonight.
And they forced a lot of hustle turnovers. Look at that. I just love to watch Snohomish play with the way they move that ball around. There it goes, and it really stymies the opposition. Underneath, she had great position. Gildersleeve Styles on the third attempt they had, and she gets it done. That nobody on that Snohomish team gave up.
Uh-oh.
That's out of bounds. Panthers are going to get it back. 16 turnovers for Monroe. Let's go over again these two teams and the age. Again, Monroe's young. They don't have any seniors. 7 juniors, 4 sophomore, and 1 freshman for 12 players on their roster. So got to give them some slack and credit because they're building for the future. And that can be the case when you lose some senior players. Underneath.
Nice save.
Yeah, smart player right there. Got it to her teammate. 42 seconds left in the quarter. 8 on the shot clock. Again, they get another fresh 30 on that one.
Shoot that. No.
And that's the stuff that's really destroying Monroe, where Snohomish gets the fresh 30. Oh, is that something? Cora Larson now has her first points of the game. 48-26. Snohomish by 22 points. 15 seconds left, third quarter. Shot clock dark once again, as it's just a quarter clock. 6, 5, 4 seconds, 3.
Launch this.
Going to put a long one up at the buzzer, and that's going to be it. Snohomish with a very impressive 3 quarters of play. They lead Monroe 48-26, 22-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. We are going to take a timeout and be back with the 4th and final corner here on STSPN.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
We are here live at Snohomish High School. The Panthers of Snohomish lead the Monroe Bearcats 48-26. Mark Ockett, Mike Ladeau, Todd Elvig going to the 4th quarter. And hello to a fellow Cougar, Lucy Ladeau, watching over in Pullman. Gosh, I just have so many fond memories from over there.
God's country over there, right?
It is
the
beautiful.
Palouse, any time of the year is beautiful, except for maybe the middle of winter.
Yeah. My first year there, we had snow on the ground for 3 months. Plenty in the air, too.
Yeah, I know when she got home for spring break, or, after the end of the year, she said, I didn't think I'd ever get tired of snow, but I think I've learned how to get tired of snow.
Yeah, I remember coming back from Thanksgiving break. It was on the ground, and we didn't lose it until late February. I mean, it got down low, but we still had it noticeably around for those 3 months. Monroe with the basketball. Also, I'll say hello to my mother, Nettie. I know she's watching down in the SeaTac area. And hi to Debbie as well, Debbie Larson, at Quality Control in Magnolia. And then you want to say hi to your wife. We're just like turning it into a greeting card.
Well, they support us all year long. It's like the gift keeps on giving. So my wife Lynn and my daughter Abby are listening down in Federal Way. They went to the new Dick's tonight for dinner.
Oh, the new one down in Federal Way.
Yep.
That was on Hallie Keller, just her first team foul. Snohomish will have the ball. Gildersleeve Styles. Back out.
Oh.
Beautiful rainbow. Cora Larson now has 6 points, 2 3-pointers. Panthers beating up on them 51-26. We'll have the selection of the Adrenaline Player of the Game, and we also have the Parent of the Game, too. That is by Grit Handcrafted Woods.
Right here. Oh, I saw him waving at you, I think, before the game. Yeah.
Waving a check.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate no matter what size it is.
All the sponsors help make it happen. That's
They
for sure.
do. Grit Handcrafted Wood. Check them out.
How do we select the parent of the game? They have to Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a package deal. Foul is on Lizzie Allen, her 3rd foul. First team foul against the Panthers in the 4th quarter.
Ooh,
that's tough.
You know what Bob Blackburn would have said back in the day? In and out, tough luck shot there.
Tough lucker.
Of course, no one knows who that is anymore. But
Isn't that amazing to think?
We do.
Original announcer on radio for the Seattle Supersonics for like the first 25 years. You believe they've been gone 15 years now?
It's hard to believe. That's about the last time I watched an NBA game, I think. Oh, boy.
Yeah, these right here are more fundamentally sound without question. Timeout called by Snohomish. 6:44 to go in the 4th quarter. And we'll also take a timeout on STSPN.com. 30-second timeout. Well, you want to just keep it here? We'll just keep it here.
Yeah. Talk about Pullman, or what do you want to talk about now?
Well, we've talked a good amount about how these teams early on matched up pretty well, but, and I was going to say about Snohomish as far as their class size, seniors 3, juniors 3 sophomores, 4 freshmen. That's very balanced for 13 on the roster. They average 5'9" in height, and Monroe actually a little bit bigger at 5'10", but you got that 6'5"
You see their
player.
JV lineup? Look at this.
Isn't that something?
They got one junior and a sophomore and about 10 freshmen on there. So
lots of talent coming in for Snohomish, and they started out real young. I believe it's called the Little Dribblers program.
Oh, that's right. I heard
and
that.
They develop them, and it's a lot of fun too.
Going to shoot that.
Just off the mark. I'll give it back to the Monroe Bearcats as the Panthers lead 51-26. See Nate Duchesne. He's the principal here now at Snohomish. Used to play on this court right here. They redid some things when they expanded about a decade ago.
Well, he also had a daughter that played here, and she was amazing.
Maya Duchesne, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I remember that name.
Tyler Gildersleeve Styles. Rebound. She's been all over it. I think she's got to be a leading candidate for player of the game. And she's eligible. She won last year at a game, but this is a whole new year and a whole new ball game. Into front court, Monroe goes, and Snohomish is not letting up at all. And this is the kind of stuff, Mike, that carries over into the next game that comes up.
Somewhat surprised Ken hasn't pulled a lot of the starters out and let some of the other girls get
I
with
mean, it's
this
very
lead.
much in hand at 25 points. But I do think he's looking at some combinations out there and seeing how they hold up. Because they've just played the 3 games so far, 0-3. And again, those 2 losses against Everett, 48-47, and then Arlington, 48-47. That was on Friday. Their first 2 games were at Issaquah, then Everett. Monroe has actually won 3 of their last 4. Everett was here.
I think it was here.
Yeah, it was Arlington. It was on the road. Catherine Green. Gildersleeve Styles way out top.
Nice entry.
There
Picked
you
it
go.
up.
That worked for the
Hammer.
Didn't go in, but they really worked hard for that shot. Still maintaining the discipline and team fundamentals, even with a 25-point lead. That's going to be turned over.
That one went off.
17 turnovers for Monroe.
Off Coach Horner there.
Snohomish has played pretty perfect out here, turnover-wise, in the second half. Now in for the Monroe Bearcats will be Hope Keller and Savannah Lee. Panthers making some substitutions also.
Lizzie Allen came in for Snohomish.
Lizzie hit a 3-pointer in the first quarter. She's just a freshman. One of those 4 freshmen on the roster. Well, it's good if you can get her a lot of playing time. Tyra Gildersleeve Styles is out now. Nothing but net on that one. Down goes the hammer. Kendall Hammer.
It's hammer time again right there. Too bad she didn't go back 2 inches. She would have had another point there.
Yeah.
Right on the arc. Timeout, Monroe.
Monroe calls a timeout. 4:15 to go, fourth quarter. And we'll take a timeout also. 30.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years. McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years. They are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's. It's
like a loot machine. All around town, trying to get down.
quarter? No.
Monroe still hasn't scored here in the fourth quarter. They trail Snohomish 53-26, up by 27 points, their biggest lead of the game. Just been tough for Monroe. They got out to a 3-0 lead, and Snohomish caught them at 5-5, then 7-7. Then Snohomish got on top 9-7 and took off on them.
The Jet took off right out of Harvey Field.
Catherine Green has really played well and played a lot of minutes out there. She is a top candidate for player of the game. Now, if she'd have hit that shot right there, that'd be the perfect setup for her to shine through on the shot after we were just talking about it.
Yeah, we've got quite a few candidates tonight. At least
Capelli's going to come out.
Yeah, she had a great game.
Kendall Hammer with 5 points will inbound.
Capelli's got a great jumper, I noticed.
Yeah. She started 4 for 4. Oh,
There's
yes.
Green.
Green now has a total of 12 points, 4 in the second half, but I think it's a good idea to go with her. We know Gildersleeve Styles is going to have, yes, Todd's going to overrule us. So, okay. Don't mess with the boss.
Kind of got that look, reminding me of my dad.
How dare you? No, that's the look he gave us.
Yes. Oh,
all of a sudden,
look at that. Green.
Blocked out of bounds. There's Green again.
Green to the aisle on that one.
Well, I'll tell you, Catherine, we definitely appreciate your work out there. 29-point lead for the Panthers. 55-26, 3:11 to go. Also, as Bob Blackburn would say, it's garbage time because this one's in the books. Just a matter of the final score. I also think, though, if you're Monroe, you get an opportunity to work on some things here, too, that you can move forward into the next contest. Catherine Green, yep. That's 14 points for Green. Tyler Gildersleeve Styles has 16. Green has scored in every quarter. We're pushing the envelope. We know that Tyler Gildersleeve Styles, who's one player of the game before, we know she's probably going to win one by the end of the season. Because I know we're going to be here quite a bit. We're politicking for Green. Look at Green. It just happened the player got a hand on it. I don't know that that's going to cost her votes, though.
Might be a
grabbing foul.
Could be a tick mark against.
Yeah, that's the third foul on Catherine Green. This is to get the parents involved, but they're here most likely.
It's kind of like the Heisman voting. How many first place votes is she getting tonight?
Yeah. $29-point lead for Snohomish. 2:03 to go. Fourth quarter is the Panthers in control of this one. That's going to be a foul against Snohomish, their third team foul. That foul goes against Brooklyn Gildersleeve Styles. I think I've got that name right throughout the broadcast.
I think you did do it.
It's fun to say, for one thing. That drops it in. Savannah Lee with her first 2 points.
Brooklyn has 3. And sister has 16, I think.
Brooklyn has 3.
Well, we got 19 for the family.
Yeah, 19 for the Gildersleeve Styles family.
Two
Look
more
at that.
for
Look
Green.
at Catherine Green working inside. Oh, that's some special moves right there. 16 points. 6 in the quarter.
There's like a rinse cycle on the washing machine right there. Spin and dish.
Yeah.
Spin and shoot.
Catherine Green has really been impressive out here in this game.
And she is a senior, too.
Yeah, and, just checking something here. She came off the bench.
Non-starter, yes.
Non-starter, and really has just been a force out there through the game. I was trying to get about when she came in. I think it was about 2.5 minutes into that first quarter.
Monroe ball. Huh. Interesting.
Snohomish turns it over. They've only turned it over 3 times in the quarter. 9 times in the game. We got a timeout on the floor. Let's see. This is going to be a full timeout. And we're back with more, wrapping it up here with the final minute of the game coming up here on STSPN.com.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting, unexpected, and unpredictable.
Taylor, Marines.
In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical.
Enemy drone down.
Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Sending coordinates now.
When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Thanks to the military as one of our sponsors on the broadcast. And Snohomish just bats at it. 1:10 to go. Fourth quarter, Snohomish by 29. As we get closer to wrapping this one up and selecting our player of the game, that's off the mark.
Was a nice pass.
Last touch by Snohomish. 1:01 to go, fourth quarter. Monroe will inbound on the baseline and get set to wrap things up here. That's going to come off the rim. Held ball. It just...
Hammer got it.
Things going on right now is nobody really in sync at the moment, and with the difference in the game and a lot of substitutes in there, people just kind of getting to know who's out there and their teammates from switching things around. There's a 2-shot foul. Nice hustle.
Paxton at the line.
That foul will be whistled against Lizzie Allen, her 4th foul, 5th team foul. Maya Paxton is at the foul line. Misses the first one, 51.8. And this could be a long 51.8 seconds. In a one-sided affair like this, but you really, if you're down by this many points, which she missed both foul shots, so it is a 29-point deficit still. You do like your players going hard to the end, and those who aren't out there very much are trying to get noticed in game situations. Another foul. This is going to go against Monroe. 40-point mercy rule. We're not going to get to that.
Not quite there.
But if we did, then the clock would be spinning pretty fast right here.
Our favorite, Kendall Hammer, is going to the line here for 2.
Yeah, Maya Paxton with the foul, her second team foul. And Hammer with a total of 5 points. This is her first trip to the line. Shot is good. Hammer now with 6. Snohomish has doubled up the score on Monroe, 60-30. 61-30. Panthers trying to get their first victory of the season, and it is looking good. Just early in the season so far. Things got rolling a couple of weeks ago, and it's so much fun to get calling basketball, get back in the gym again.
Yeah, it's nice to be inside, especially in Snohomish. It's a great gym.
Good climate control in here as well. Snohomish just taking the clock down now. 5 seconds left. Their bench is up, applauding them. They're going to get that first win. There it is. 61-30 is the final score. And we won the battle for player of the game with her strong fourth quarter here. Catherine Green, 6 points in the quarter, 16 in the game, plus her overall presence out there. She will be our player of the game, sponsored by Adrenaline Fundraising. And we'll take a quick break for about a minute, maybe 30 seconds to be back with our post-game interview. the bench and were immediately noticed out there for your hard work and putting things together. And then you stayed out there, put a lot of minutes early in the season. But did you anticipate you were going to play that much tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what tonight was going to look like. You know, we've been coming together as a team a lot this last week. We had a couple two first preseason games, and I think this game it showed how tough we were. We came out, we were aggressive. We put our all into this game. We didn't know what it was going to look like. Like I said, we had two bad last two games, lost by 1 point each game. But I think this game we came out, we just came out. We gave it our all. We were all in it. We showed them what the Panthers look like. And I think tonight this is the Panthers. This is what we look like. We play aggressive. We make our shots. We box out. We wanted to show everybody what Panthers look like. And I think tonight was a good start of what we're going to look like this season.
Yeah, you said it all right there, because we've been watching Snohomish for many years, and that looked like a veteran team out there that's played together this year for a while, because you guys were just knocking the ball away, getting those rebounds. You had 16 points balanced through every quarter. It was a great team effort.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we look to our teammates. We give each other high fives. We hype each other up. I think this game we showed a lot of energy towards each other, and we gave it our all. And I think that's what counts at the end of the day. We came together as a team today.
Let's go ahead, Mike. And
let's give you the shirt. There's your.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought you were a key.
Oh, yeah.
Second quarter, the hustle you had out there, unbelievable. You're a senior, right?
Yes.
What do you plan to do next year? I always have to ask that.
Oh, good. Next year I plan to go to Everett Community College, get my EMT certification, and my goal is to be a firefighter after that.
Oh, great.
Go to the academy.
We got a EMT right here.
Sarah did the same exact thing. Todd's daughter right over here. She graduated from Glacier Peak, went to Everett Community College, got her EMT, and then she just got a job with Northwest Ambulance. So you can
awesome.
follow in that along that path right there, and that's really great that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Do you have a parent that's here tonight that could come up and get parent of the game?
Yeah, my mom's right there.
Well,
come here, Mom.
Mom is taking pictures. We got to get Mom on here. Somebody take a picture of Mom and Catherine. Oh, and this your sister right here?
Yeah, that's
Look at this.
There's Mom.
It's a family
there, you
affair.
Get parent of the game. There you go.
Proud parent of a student athlete as seen on TV. Look at this. That's going on social media, too. Pictures aplenty right here.
Nice.
Yeah, that is awesome. Everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. Mom, thank you. Catherine, great job. And so does your sister play, too?
Yeah, she plays basketball. She's a baller.
What grade?
6th grade.
Sixth
there
grade.
We go.
Okay, well, we'll look for in a couple years up here, huh?
All right.
Up here.
I hope
Congratulations, and it's always great to come to Snohomish. 61-30 the final score. Snohomish wins. They're getting their first victory of many this season.
You know, we're coming out.
There you go.
I hope so.
And a great interview. You really did a great job up here.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that.
Good job.
He's got a future as a public speaker.
You know it.
There you go. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up. Mark Ockett for Mike Ladeau, Todd Elvig, and Sarah Elvig. Our final score, Snohomish 61, Monroe 30. We thank everybody for tuning in on STSPN.com. This was a fun one here tonight. And again, remember, winning is for tonight. Sportsmanship is for a lifetime. And Mike, just say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. See you next time.
All right, we'll see you next month. This is STSPN.com, wrapping it up with Snohomish winning 61-30. Take care, everybody.